Well, welcome back to Subnautica. I am your humble host, SpoonsAsunder, and I am finally down here with the unlimited power thing place. I know you're trying to fabricate more ion cubes, but calm down. You don't have to do that every time I get near you. So, in this episode, I'll be exploring what I believe is still the final alien base here. So, assuming it doesn't lag too badly, I'm going to start scanning these things, because they're weird. And I scan everything, as you know. Alien building block. Rock-like object features organic as well as mechanical parts, and there is some genetic and technological crossover with the design of the self-warping constructs encountered elsewhere, and appears to serve no purpose in its current state, and is awaiting some kind of activation sequence. Materials such as this may have been a fundamental building block of the aliens' technology or even of the aliens themselves. So, these have something to do with the warpers and possibly even whatever built this entire place as well. That would be kind of barbaric if they're actually related to the warpers. So, I'm hoping it's just the warpers, and that other theory is just very wrong, because it's very wrong. Tracking implant. This construct is emitting a high bandwidth signal consistent with alien transmissions intercepted elsewhere. DNA on the exterior indicates it was once implanted inside one of the lifeforms indigenous to 4546b, its size suggesting the subject was a Leviathan-class organism. Beyond tracking and broadcasting its location, the implant may also have recorded biological data on the subject, however this data cannot be retrieved. So they definitely wanted to research the Leviathans. This could have been one of the other ones before they figured out that they weren't any more resistant than anything else, or it could have been the one that was resistant and for some reason they took it back out, I guess, because they were done with it. There's an unusual box that doesn't like being scanned, but I'm going to scan it anyway. An organic matter particulator. This device contains a highly unstable radioactive isotope likely to destroy all organisms exposed to it, while leaving physical structures intact. That's an awesome weapon. Although it would function perfectly well as a weapon, it was more likely used to sterilize spaces for later inhabitation. Without instructions, it would be unwise to interact with it. You think? Anything organic is just obliterated by this thing, so yeah, I'm not going to touch it. And I'm doubting this case is empty. Nanobots. I thought it would be something. Scans show some form of advanced nanobot inside this seemingly empty case. These bots are substantially smaller than any developed within the Federation, and it is not possible to ascertain their exact function. It would, however, be unwise to release them. Ow! Rude! Don't do that. I'm just scanning things. Can you stop? Please? You're gonna make me freeze you. Yeah, made me freeze you. See what you did? Have you thought about what you did? That's right. Just go away. What even are these things anyway? Its low threat level is at odds with the advanced technology apparently available to its designers, suggesting it was intended more to patrol alien facilities and repair damaged infrastructure than to deter invaders. Stick to your purpose, tiny robot thing. Despite its simple design, this construction is quite elegant in its minimalism. That's my style. 4 electromagnetic legs allow it to traverse floors, walls, and ceilings with reasonable speed and appear to be replaceable. Nice. Internally, there are few moving parts, rendering this construct energy efficient and resistant to wear over time. A rechargeable ion-based power reserve ensures it continues to operate. Immobilize and return to Altera for mutual profit. What does it mean by mutual profit there? I mean, I get why Altera would benefit from it because they have an alien robot that they can do whatever they want with, research it or just make it their own slave. But how is the robot going to benefit from that? Or me, for that matter. I think they're being a little liberal with the term mutual there. And a translation device. This device stores linguistic data from over 1,000 different languages. The core of the device may allow alien text to be read and translated. That's useful. Analysis of the onboard data reveals a number of ancient Earth languages, and the term CHBC Live appears many times in the device's data. Its import is unclear. Yeah, I'd say so. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. The device seems to be configured to translate into the designer's language. It will not work the other way around. Will you just leave me alone? I mean, it's barely hurting me every time it does that, but just stop. I'm trying to read. And what's on this side? An ancient blade. Can I have it? I only have a knife. That's all it would let me have because of the massacres. An ancient earth blade dating back to the 13th century. Blood samples on the blade match the DNA of 7 separate heads of state from that period. This evidence supports the theory that the aliens are an ancient spaceborne civilization engaged in the surreptitious study of less developed species. So why were they interfering with Earth, and why did they slay like 7 different heads of household with this? They must have really hated whoever was in power at the time. And why did they bring it back to this place? Because this was just a random outpost to research the infection. So why would something like that end up here? I mean, this is kind of a museum of something, but what does it have any effect on this planet? Like, I don't get the relevance. This carving is hundreds of thousands of years old and made from an unrecognized natural fiber grown on an unknown planet. It bears striking resemblance to the old Earth yin-yang symbol, of course. 2 competing theories may explain this similarity. Aliens visited Earth prior to the 4th century BC and influenced the development of ancient Chinese philosophy. Now that's probably not far off, being that they already have a sword and they've been there before. Well, why not way back then? The concept of yin and yang is universal. Since yin and yang describes the fundamental interdependencies of seemingly opposite forces, it may be a necessary existential understanding in some form in all sufficiently developed civilizations. The tapering of 2 circles, union into opposed and infinitesimally small points, the finite, is one logical way to represent this understanding, and may have been developed independently by species other than humans. And that one is a bit far-fetched. I don't think they just happened to come up with a very similar symbol just because it relates to some sort of universal understanding of how everything works. So I'm going with they came up with it and they influenced the Chinese. Seems a lot easier to believe. This artifact is unpowered, suggesting it served a ceremonial rather than practical purpose. The pyramid resembles vines, spiraling upwards towards the warm blue stone mounted above it. It may represent a plant found on the aliens' home world, a building of religious import, or even the gravitational pull of their home solar system. Whatever it is, it's just a pretty statue, is what they're saying. And the aliens liked it. What's this circular object? A holographic projector. This device contains a network apparatus and a holographic projection unit. It was likely used as a communications relay, capturing and projecting the image of the user to a remote location. There do not appear to be any other devices in range. Okay. And our last one is a rudimentary tablet, which looks kinda like the ones that open the doors. This device shares many similarities with the tablets used to access the alien facilities. I wonder why. Although its structure is rather less complex, it may have served a similar purpose, granting security access and storing relevant data, and was thus kept here as a form of legacy support. Nice. Okay, so is this a thing over here in the corner? Oh, it's just a spider that's kind of stuck. Poor guy. Am I still infected? Since I'm scanning everything. Yep, I'm still infected. So it's blue. I don't have another blue one. I used the blue one to get in here. That means I have to go make another blue one? Really? Unless it happens to be in one of these doors. And there are, what, 6 of them that I have to explore? And there's up here still. I'll go up first. What's this? Enzyme 42 project data. According to translated data logs, an indigenous Leviathan species was found to produce a unique substance referred to as enzyme 42, which inhibited the symptoms of the Kara bacterial infection in other indigenous organisms. The specimen was captured and contained in a purpose-built habitat for further study. Of course. So that is the one that is immune to the Kara, and the enzyme 42 is, I guess, why it's immune, because it produces that. The alien researchers went to great lengths to provide for the lifeform's environmental needs, including the import of interdependent flora and fauna via an on-site warp gate. However, its health quickly deteriorated. Is it already dead? When quarantine was imposed, all warp gates and force fields were sealed. All attempts to develop the enzyme into a vaccine had been unsuccessful so far. But I'm smarter than all these aliens that have been around for millions of years. I'm sure I can do it in a few minutes. Anything else up here? It looks strange. There's more things. What is this? Oh, the preserved fetus. Is this the one that they were studying that died? Sea Emperor fetus, poor thing. Found preserved in a display case, it was likely a child of the adult specimen contained within the facility. Okay, yeah, it kind of was. Superficial damage to the specimen indicates it was artificially removed from its egg casing. Well, of course that might kill it. Stunted tissue development suggests the organism expired during the removal process. Tissue samples have been taken from the digestive tract. It appears the aliens were attempting to formulate a cure for the bacterium-form enzymes produced in the specimen's digestive system. Without a young, healthy specimen, these efforts were in vain. So, they tried, and I kind of can't blame them for trying, but because, I mean, it did kill, like, billions. Literally billions of beings, so they kind of have to do everything that they need to research to find a cure. Morals get a little iffy in a situation like that. So, I mean, yes, it's horrible that they kind of accidentally killed this thing in their attempts to research it, but at the same time, I'm like, I get the importance of why they had to. So that's a moral conundrum, but I kind of would say they made the right decision. They might just have been a little hasty with what exactly to do. I could scan something. What is it? Preserved egg casing. So that is off target. And there's the egg casing that they took it out of. The shell casing is formed from thick layers of carbon composite, suggesting an extensive gestation period. This Leviathan species may give birth just once per century, perhaps just once in their lifetimes. That's even worse. Precise incisions suggest a laser-based tool was used to cut open the egg casing and forcibly remove the fetus inside prior to full gestation. They should have waited, but it could have been like hundreds of years, so I see why they didn't want to. That's just very risky. Time pressure to develop a bacterial vaccine may have driven the alien researchers to cut open this egg and remove the fetus for study. Exactly. It is also possible that removed from its parent and natural habitat, some vital condition for the infant to hatch naturally was not met. Either way, it's understandable that it failed. And very sad. And I think that's all that's back here in this little hidden room. So now I can explore the side rooms after I eat some food. And I am fairly low. I got one left, so I do need to get back relatively quick. So I hope there's not like all of these rooms are full of more scannables, because I don't have time to read that many. What's up here? Ooh. But where does it go? I thought I already got the one that goes back to the gun. So there must be more throughout the world. Interesting. Are these all just extra teleporters then? I'm gonna go see before I go through there.
This room appears to be a biological archive storing more than 40 indigenous egg specimens in different states of development.
Well, this isn't a teleporter. Oh good. I was hoping it wouldn't let me scan every single egg But some of these I recognize from some of the species, like that's definitely an ampial one. What's this? Sea Emperor Leviathan research data, which is probably very useful. Alien research data indicates that despite its size, this species feeds entirely on microorganisms it filters from the water, which themselves depend on a complicated ecosystem of plant and animal life. Well, that's efficient. That's nice. Large ovary-like organs are carried on the creature's middle section, suggesting that, like other species on this planet, it produces eggs. However, internal scar tissue indicates probable infertility in this one in particular, the one that's captive, I guess. The Emperor manufactures enzyme 42 within its stomach cavity to break down its food and will occasionally expel it into the surrounding waters, which is probably how I used the cure. This substance was found to neutralize the effects of the bacterium, and its presence in the ecosystem today would explain how life on the planet survived the outbreak. It would remain to be explained by what mechanism the enzyme is being delivered. So it is already working, it's just that's the only reason there's anything left alive. It's not enough to keep everything from getting infected, but it's enough to keep enough of them to where life can continue, at least for the meantime. Wow. Comparative analysis of size and metabolic rates indicates that the specimen captured by the researchers was approximately 1600 years old. Extensive internal and external scar tissue suggests it had lived well in excess of the peak lifespan for its species. Well, yeah, they wanted to make sure it was like in peak condition all the time. While a healthy emperor specimen may have held some potential as a cure, it is unlikely any research subjects survived quarantine procedures. Unlikely, but a lot of this alien stuff seems to have just continued working because they were so efficient. So I think it's not that unlikely that at least something survived. And I think that's all the rest that I can actually scan in this room, because everything else is just eggs. And I'm just going to leave them alone. And the last one on this side. What do you have? Oh good, it's another teleporter. So I'm just going to activate all these because they are two-way. So I don't have to find them out wherever the other end is right away. If I happen to find them, that way I can just travel back here. I should have made a bunch of beacons if I had known these would be here. And I think I might have one. Maybe in the prawn suit over there, over in Sergeant Surge, who is not currently drilling. But I just have one, so I could pick a teleporter and go there. Otherwise, I will have to just come back through wherever one of them is and bring beacons, start mapping it out. Because I do want to make a beacon wherever each of them comes out. Seems useful. And here's another one. It's a good thing I have so many ion cubes now. Infinite, in fact, because ironically, I just ran out of ion cubes, so I have to go back to the suit to activate that last one. Why are you standing again? You were kneeling. Well, that was unnecessary. Are you gonna kneel again? Thank you. I'm not that tall. And there we go. So that is probably the last one. I'm thinking the middle door might be something different because it looked a little different. And there was one door on the other side that was different, so probably also different. Just to say something different. Yep, it's definitely different. What is this? Tubes everywhere. That's the peepers. Okay, so the alien vents are connected to this, whatever it is. Outflow pipe. Enzyme host peepers leaving the containment facility. So that's where those came from. The ones, okay, they came down here and got the enzyme and then took it back to the surface through the tubes. I wonder if that was what the tubes were intended for, or if that was just a side effect, because maybe they were just bringing in food, you know, to keep its environment right. And that just happened to help spread the enzyme. The outflow pipes are filled with peepers traveling back towards the surface. Specimens show no symptoms of infection, of course. All specimens scanned are carrying enzyme 42, which data suggests inhibit the bacterium. Specimen stomach cavities are otherwise empty, suggesting they may have purged the contents before entering the pipes. Okay. If peepers have evolved to distribute the enzyme via the pipe network, this may explain part of the mechanism by which life on 4546b has survived since the bacterial outbreak. So it is kind of what I was thinking, but again, I don't know if that was the main purpose or a side effect, but either way, it's a good thing. And here's the end pipe. The pipes drawing water into the containment facility are filled with peepers arriving from the surface. The fish show no signs of distress, so they don't care that they're being sucked into the vents. It did seem fairly voluntary whenever I did see them swim in there. The specimens scanned have all consumed high quantity of seeds and organic matter from the surface, so they eat first, and then they come down here and get the enzyme and I don't know, expel whatever they had, or somehow turn it into the enzyme maybe? I don't know. Some specimens are beginning to show signs of infection, so they come down here when they eat infected things, I guess, and they know somehow that there's a cure here. It did say that peepers were some of the more intelligent forms of fish on the planet, so I guess it's not that far-fetched that they would evolve to just know where to go and swim the right way to process their food correctly. Water flowing to and from the containment facility is being automatically controlled independently of other safeguards. Data on the water composition has been recorded. Water is being drawn from different biomes around the surface of the planet. The water temperature is considerably lower than the volcanic environment outside the facility, while microorganism and nutrient counts are substantially higher. Of course, they're trying to make the environment for whatever the other Leviathan is. Oxygen-deprived water is being flooded from the system and recycled back to the surface. Of course. Gotta keep it flowing. That's cool. What's down here? More tubes. That's nice. Fancy pattern. Don't think it means anything. And that's about it. It's just more tubes. Okay, so it does look cool. Gotta give it that. Alright, and unfortunately it did not give me any blue artifacts. So I have to make one, I suppose. Did I ever get a recipe to make one? Because otherwise, like, I don't know where to find another one. I thought it was just in that one locked room. Okay, I can make one. Out of kyanite. It's a good thing I got that extra kyanite. Not that I'm not already here and I could just grab more. I could probably just go back to my submarine and make that, and then come right back. Because there's a fabricator on my submarine. I didn't bring any kyanite, but I can just grab a couple on the way. How does it keep standing when I leave? Stay kneeled. That's right. Okay, so I don't actually have a beacon in the prawn. I must have dropped it somewhere else. So, I mean, I could go through the teleporters. Those lights. They're so loud. They freak me out. But I don't think there's really a reason to go through there other than avoiding these Leviathans. But I'm pretty sure they won't take me back to my submarine, which I have to go back to anyway. So for now, I'm just gonna go back to that. Where's the big guy? I'm sure he's still around. Well, let's go over here first and get a couple of these. Because I do need those. There, I got 4 just in case, so I should have plenty. I don't know where he went. So I wonder if there's anything up here. I might as well go up here since I'm not actively being chased. I don't think there's anything up here, but why not check? Nope, and nothing. Alright, so I gotta find a way back to Ezekiel. I wonder if there's another way out on this side. I might just be wasting my time flying over here. And hopefully not my life. But if there is another way out, I would like to know where it is. Looks like a dead end. So I guess I'll go back. Carefully, of course. Because I know they're around here somewhere. I hear it. There it is. Of course, it's exactly where I'm going. Stay over there. Okay, 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 hi. Please don't bite me. Please don't bite me. I'm just leaving. You don't have to chase me. It's chasing me, isn't it? Okay, it didn't care too much. That could have been much worse. I don't care about them. This is not a way up. I thought it was a way up. It's not a way up. Oh well, I did that for nothing. So I'm gonna hope that guy doesn't turn around, which it looks like he is. I'm going this way. And back up. Where there's more of them, of course. So I'm really hoping that I don't get back to my Cyclops and it's out of power because of all the things that have just been latched onto it, sucking it all away in the meantime. I have a feeling it'll be a lot lower, but I'm hoping it's just not out because I need to drive it out of this cave at the very least. There it is. And there the other thing is. I'm close. I'm almost safe-ish. Well, it doesn't seem to be just covered in them, so that's a good sign. Let's just dock this thing. And of course I forgot to take these out of here before docking it. Silly me. Now I can dock it. How much power do you have? 55? I brought this thing down here at 100 and it's ion power cells only. Those things. I hate those things. Oh well, doesn't matter. As long as it's not dead, it doesn't matter. And there we go. Now I can make a blue tablet. And I picked up extra, so I'm just going to make 2 of them in case there's another door. I left a beacon in here at least. I'm going to take that beacon and a bleach so I can make some more water. Yeah, so I'm going to move this a little farther back out of the lava zone before I go back down there, just so I can keep away from those leeches. And I really didn't need to bring this far down anyway. I could have left it up by the tree. And if I have teleporters that'll take me back to the surface anyway, I'm not sure if I can walk through those with my prawn suit, my Sergeant Surge or not. But I think I can. So that way I can just take that up there and come back here to get my submarine whenever, because it's no longer my official base. It's just my mobile base, and that would do fine. But it served its purpose by giving me a fabricator here and saving me some time, and I think that's good enough. So I'm gonna sit this back by the tree, and then go back down there just with Sergeant Surge. Yep, I'm going fast. I know it. I kind of want to see how the fire suppression system works and how long it'll take to even catch on fire. So I'm just gonna let it keep going fast until it starts burning. There's a fire. I knew it. Okay. And I can do this in... I want to see where the fire is first. Fire, yeah, it's in the engine. Of course. Let's turn this on.
Fire neutralization system active.
Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm locked in here. How long does it take? At least this is where my food is. Might as well eat while I'm here. Okay. So I was right about it just sucking out the oxygen. That's what it did. It just isolated the room first to actually do that. And it did work. And it does have a recharge time, so I can't just start fires willy-nilly. Did it suck a lot of power? A little bit, but not that much. I'm gonna go get this thing off my ship and then keep going. Good to know. That fire suppression system is useful. I wouldn't say it's extremely useful because it did take a while to actually get rid of it. That you're kind of just stuck there. It's good in a pinch, but it's not like super convenient or anything. There, I'm just gonna park this somewhat
Powering down.
by the tree of life over there. Make sure all the things are off it. I wonder if I can make that. I do have a pattern for a thermal reactor. Right? Right. Polyaniline kinda. So I don't have that with me. But I could have made it just sit here and save some time and power. But no. Why do I keep going up and down these ladders when I don't need to? I'm just gonna take this out. Okay, and then this bronze suit can go back down where I just came out of, and even farther down back to the main facility, past the Leviathans. I did bring that blue key, okay good. Yeah, I have 2 blue keys, so if there's any more doors, unless they're orange ones, I can open them. I kind of doubt that they'll throw another orange door at me, because that would just be evil. They're good for something. Just swinging on leeches. There you go. Give me a little bit of a speed boost. Thank you. Poor leeches. I do not feel sorry for them. Alright, I'm back here. And I can just swing through this little arch. just having fun in the lava zone by all the Leviathans that want to chew on my ship and kill me. And it's what you do for fun, you know, because fun. I hear it, and I want none of that. Is this it? I think it is. Okay. Through the archway again. Just keep swinging. But not into one of those. I'm disobeying my own advice, aren't I? Going right towards it. Hello. Can you keep swimming that way, please? Don't mind me. Don't turn around. Just keep going that way. Please. No, not this way. That way, please. Stay. I think it sees me. It sees me. I'm gone. I'm going in here. Thanks. It looked like that door was closed again for a minute, but it opened once I got near enough. But I am back. So. Please don't lag. I do have a blue key. Now I can go in here. But what's in here? I think it was this door that you could only get in with using the console or something before, so this wasn't built last time I played, along with a lot of the scannables. Okay, so that's probably where the other Leviathan's being kept. It looks like very nice and temperate water. But what's over here? Can I go up there? I want to go up there. I need my prawn suit for that. I don't think I can use like my boosters much on land, but maybe I can use enough. I don't think it will. It is as close as I can get. Yep, can't do it. Unless I can swing over there. Maybe I can swing over there. And if I can't, then I can't go over there anyway and I need to go in the water. Regardless, so might as well try. And it does not work too well. Swinging on land is not good. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll go down here. It's a bit of a gamble bringing my suit down here, but I'm going to assume they're going to give me a nice way out. But sadly, I am all out of time for this episode, so we will be taking the plunge in the next episode. And hopefully not getting eaten down there by whatever Leviathan is lurking in these waters. And many thanks for watching this video, and until next time, may your spoons be made.